Welcome back to another Adventures with Disabilities. That's a kayak, that's a lake. We're going to show you today how, despite having a disability, you too can get out and kayak in the outdoors. So come roll a log with us today and let's do it, guys.
Alright, we're headed up this mountain canyon up to the lake that we go up to all the time.
We are now heading up to the dam.
This dam was built, I believe, in the 1950s. It's made out of all like dirt and gravel and rocks, and it's huge.
And I can't wait for you to see it. It is absolutely gorgeous up here. Okay, see that, guys? That over there is the road we're going to be going along to get way over here to our destination for kayaking. Looking down at the edge. If you're afraid of heights, this might scare you, but it doesn't scare me anymore because we've done it enough times that I'm used to it now. We are climbing up, guys. Getting higher and higher. Check it out, guys. Can you notice that the water is green? There's a lot of algae and minerals in this water, and it turns the water green. It's pretty cool.
All right, this is kind of a scary spot on the road. They've had to dig the road out of this cliff and blast it out, and cars have actually fallen into the lake right here.
See that cliff right over there? That is where people cliff dive, and they jump off of that, even the steep one at the top. We brought our aqua socks. Can't leave home without the aqua socks because you'll notice we don't have sand here. We have rocks. And they don't feel good, so you use your aqua socks and it protects your feet.
As Angie puts on her life jacket, we want to point out one thing here. The openings to these kayaks are huge enough that you can load someone into them by lifting them or carrying them in and putting them down in place if they don't have the use of their legs. It makes it easy to get someone with a disability into the kayak. All right, this is how we load up. If you notice, we're on the shoreline. It keeps it pretty stable so that it doesn't rock, because if you're out in the water, we've noticed you tip. So what I do is I hold it on here, I hold it stable with this foot, I help Ange in, holding her hand, helping her keep her balance. Okay. Then she comes on down in. And she's in. And now we're going to push her off so she can get things going. All right, and we're gonna send her out to sea. So I have her lean back, and then we just kind of wiggle her in. And we say goodbye.
At physical therapy, they have me do something called the hand cycle. It's a lot like a regular pedal bike, except for you use your hands and you cycle with it. And you can do kind of rows with it. So this movement in the kayak where I'm doing this is very similar to what I do at physical therapy. So this movement is getting me the same workout as doing the hand cycle at physical therapy. One great thing about this is if you can rent a canoe or get a canoe, you can actually have people help get you inside the middle of the canoe, and then the people that go with you in the canoe, if you have a 2 or 3 person canoe, they can row the canoe while you sit in the middle. Also, which we'll show you in the video today, the kayaks like ours, you can link them together. That way, I can be the caboose behind and the other person can paddle, and I can literally just put my feet up and just lounge in my kayak, and they paddle me the whole way through the lake.
And she's off out into the green water. We wanted to show these ladies right here. They brought their dogs with them.
Look at that cuteness. The dogs have life jackets on. It is absolutely adorable. Dogs can kayak too.
Yes, they can. And they can swim also. This lake is open to everybody. There's no restrictions on dogs or pets or anything like that. Right here you can see the water line where the water used to be, right there where the dirt and the trees meet. And we're just hanging out here now in the sun, just enjoying the rays.
Look at me. I was just chilling.
Yep, right up there are some houses and cabins. We're just checking out what's underneath the water. Every time I put the camera down there, I keep hoping that something doesn't grab my hand, because I would die. She kind of looks like she's dead over on that thing.
But I'm not. I was just taking a nap and snoozing while out on the lake.
That's one great thing about kayaks is you can relax. If you get tired, you can take a rest. You don't have to keep rowing. So if for a person with a disability, you can take breaks as often as you need.
Yeah, that's the great thing for me with kayaking at a lake. It's just easy flowing, and if my hands need a rest because of my multiple sclerosis, I can do that without having a problem.
So back in this little area we start to go back into, this is kind of where the river hits the lake. Right in here in the fall, this place fills up with salmon because this lake actually has kokanee salmon in it. So when they're on their spawn, this is where they head up, and you can see tons of them right here in this little spot. They're all red colored and very odd looking. And there's also little little ducks back in here.
Rubber ducky.
Whatever. But it's pretty cool back in here. We like this little spot. But there's also snakes back in here too.
Yes, we have encountered many snakes. If you did not know, yes, snakes can swim across the water.
You're going to say crawl.
Yeah, crawl across. A snake just crawl across the water. Oh, I don't care what it's doing. Just get out of my way.
There's the little ducks. You can see them. It's kind of a cool little area right back in here. All right, and here we are up the river. It's really shallow, and I'm stuck, obviously.
Underneath the water. Look how clear that is.
Yep, and here in like 2 months, actually a month, it will be full of salmon.
Ooh, whack. Oh, and look, I whacked the camera again.
Yep. I always worry about sticking my hand down in the camera with this water down in here because I always worry something's going to bite my hand off, like maybe Jason Voorhees or something.
And the reeds are kind of slimy from the moss.
I don't want to lose my hand. That's all that matters.
Hey, look, more duckies, and they're not rubber duckies. Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, they are, kind of. And there's the fifth wonder of the world. the underside of a kayak in the water.
Look how majestic it is.
And eerie all at the same time.
Yeah, it is kind of actually
Gonna
eerie
see a
with
face here
those
shortly.
reeds.
Just kidding.
Or a fish.
And here is the cliff. People jump off this. That's the very top right there, as you can see. And it is super high. But I wouldn't do it this year because the water is pretty low.
Jason has jumped off of it before, not the highest spot. I can't do it because of my back problem and my disease, but it is so fun to watch.
Here's a little aerial view of the cliff. And see, you just jump right off and plop right onto those rocks. Or water when the water's higher. And here's a girl. She does it on a side cliff that still has enough water to jump off on. There she goes. And she didn't die.
If you have a disability or disease like me and you have a problem, link your kayak up to another person and they can tow you back to shore safely.
Yep. Buddy system. Check out this. This is a spring that runs into this lake. Freezing cold water. Getting a majestic shot of Angie.
The water is frigid cold. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's freezing.
And here we got a little aerial shot of that spring. People camp right there. They fish. It's great.
How did you all enjoy our day at the lake? Wasn't that absolutely enjoyable, fun, and awesome? The thing is, for a lot of us, we can't go out and do this type of activity every day. But on the days that we do feel good enough, we need to find ways to get out into the outdoors. It will help us mentally, and it will help us to cope with our disease. It will help with depression, and it will overall be good for us to get out and enjoy the outdoors.